What's up, guys? Good morning. So this is going to be another come work out with me vlog. Okay, so today we are going to hit a conditioning day. I wanted to show you guys a little bit behind the scenes of like how my workouts are structured. Some might become redundant, but don't worry, that's my sparkling personality comes in to keep you guys entertained. So it is currently 10 o'clock in the morning, which is pretty late for me, but today I already started with a maintenance 3-mile run. So I enjoy lifting and running. I enjoy being a hybrid athlete now. So basically I am training for a high rocks race. I picked a couple out that I would like to do overseas in December to March timeframe. So we'll see like how I'm feeling and how to get ready. So what I like to do is I run 3 days a week. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays are my run days. Mondays are my just pace run where it's just 2 miles just to get my body going. Wednesdays are my big run day where I run 6 miles. And then Fridays are my what I call maintenance run where it's just 3 miles, maybe 4. But today I only did 3. Y'all gotta drink water. Shit. Y'all gotta drink water. So I don't want to hear, but Lindsay, I don't like water. Get over it, okay? In life, you gotta do things that you don't want to do. I'm a coffee lover. Clearly, I have 2 different creamers out on the counter right now, and I'm ready for my cup of coffee. We're going to make breakfast. I am a creature of habit. Today is going to be my refeed day. So I'm gonna start off with 3 eggs, 3 ounces of steak, and then I'm also going to have a half a cup of oatmeal with, I don't know if I want blueberries yet or bananas. I think I'm gonna go with bananas. So cinnamon banana today. So yeah, today's going to be a big refeed day, so I'm equally going to show you guys what my meals look like. So here's the thing, if you guys want results, it's gotta be consistent. You can't be eating Eggo waffles and bullshit in the morning, starting your day off with a bunch of sugar and shit. You gotta really just tune in with what are my fitness goals and how do I want to set myself up for the future. When we say fitness goals, I don't mean like you need to just look fit all the time too, right? Because health and wellness is also internal. So if you guys are eating a bunch of processed bullshit and starting your days off with Pop-Tarts, if y'all saw my video, you know, I equate this with all my clients is if your car is low on gas and we're trying to get from LA to San Diego, are you going to fill it up with gas or sugar? Are you gonna drive to San Diego on a 1/4 tank of gas, or are you gonna go fill up the tank? So that's the best way to equate what food and fuel is to the body. How I set myself up for success in the morning is I'm very cautious of my morning routine. I like to start my day off. First of all, I don't grab my cell phone, I don't do anything. I keep my phone downstairs when I sleep upstairs. And I like to make sure that I have a good morning routine. If there's one thing that I could ever tell people when it comes to success in life and just your fitness journey is setting yourself up in the morning. Do my daily affirmations, I like to journal, I like to read my Bible, and then I put on some form of like a podcast or just like some form of like self-talk and help. I really do like people like Mel Roberts. I listen to Joyce Meyer because again, it's just the things that you consume. If you just roll over and you go on Instagram and you're looking at what your friend did in Dubai, you're gonna start comparing apples to oranges and then you're gonna just become miserable. Have to get up and go to work today. It's just not good for your mental health. And I used to be super guilty of that. I would wake up in the morning, I would wanna try and talk to the world and see what the world is doing. And then I would just like go down these long ass rabbit holes and compare myself to other trainers and be like, oh, this trainer has 6 clients this morning and I'm not doing anything. Setting yourself up for failure instead of setting yourself up for success. Going outside and getting some form of a walk or some sunlight or anything without your cell phone and just connecting with nature is also just gonna be super beneficial for your mental health, your physical well-being. Just remember that being fit and being in shape doesn't mean that you need to go to the gym all the time. You just need to find what works best for you. Walking is free because I can't stand when people are like, oh, I can't afford to do fitness. Well, you can walk around your neighborhood. You pay taxes, right? Until the day we gotta die. When I was in LA, I just used to subject myself to bullshit as soon as I woke up in the morning. I would wake up, I had a good solid morning routine, but then I would go to work all stressed out, sometimes if I didn't sleep well or if I didn't wake up early enough, and then it was just like misery. And then I would also have to deal with like people at the butt crack of dawn in the morning. So now I've rewired my brain and I've rewired what I do in the morning to make it so it works for me. And I gotta be honest, ever since I moved to Florida, I've just become so much happier because the quality of my life has increased by me just learning how to be me and what works for Lindsay and not what works for everybody else. Like I said, I used to have a really bad habit of comparing apples to oranges sometimes and just going down these rabbit holes of all these female fitness trainers, girls that I used to bodybuild with who are more successful than me now. And it just wasn't good for my mental health. And then that's when I got really depressed, is just constantly consuming the internet and what other people are doing. Little fun fact about me, I only have like, you know how people have sentimental things in their life? So I collect these Starbucks mugs, and really funny story. This is like the only sentimental thing that I enjoy. Like I don't do designer bags. I don't do designer and like nothing. Like those things just don't fill my cup. But what literally fills my cup is having a cup of coffee and being like, oh, I remember when I went to Italy, even though Italy was with a shitty person, we're just gonna pretend like I did have a great time. Italy was beautiful, just the person was shit. Anyway, so when I moved, I thought I packaged all of my stuff like very well, right? Like I bubble wrapped everything. I made sure that everything was all good. So when I got to Florida, I moved my box and I heard broken mugs. Needless to say, I almost shit myself, right? So I opened them up, I see a box full of broken mugs, and I instantly just started to cry. Yes, I was 32 at the time, and I started to hysterical cry like a baby. These Starbucks mugs come with like a date when you get them, and you can't just go get them. Devastated. Nothing like your first sip of coffee in the morning. Hey, we all have our things in life, and if a coffee mug is mine, I don't think that that's the worst thing in the world. And I know my future husband is watching, and he's probably like, you know what? That's my wife. She only wants Starbucks mugs. She doesn't want anything else. You got it, babe. I'm also a big meal prep girly because I like the convenience of just having like all my steak is made and I weigh everything out. So this is when people ask me like, what's the hardest part about staying in shape? I'm gonna be honest with you, it's the nutrition. If I didn't have my meals prepped and ready to go, then it's easy to just grab some sort of bullshit. And then when you're grabbing bullshit, you tell yourself like, yeah, it's okay. It's just one meal. It's not that serious, but like it is that serious because it's not the working out that's the hard part. It's honestly the nutrition. So if you just set your guys' self up for success, meal prep your meals and just don't have any excuses. Someone goes on my one of my YouTube shorts and was like, you know, just having Pop-Tarts every once in a while won't make you fat. Well, having that mentality is what keeps you unhealthy. And I'll tell you why. Because if you make excuses for yourself as to why you can't be successful, especially in the morning, like how long does it actually take me to meal prep? It takes me all of an hour, 2 hours maybe. I'll be generous and say 2.5 hours. Now in that time frame, like I've made my chicken, I've made salmon, I've made ground beef, and and now I have absolutely no excuse. Let me just eat this instead. Like that's just a bullshit excuse that you convince yourself to have a bowl of Cheerios. Like I've seen Cheerios before. I will live. Now, will I have Cheerios every once in a while? Maybe, if I feel like it. If you can't dedicate 365 days to yourself, and I don't mean like, oh, go on this like crazy diet. But if you can't take a step back and say to yourself like, hey, I'm not making good healthy choices. I'm equally not taking care of myself. Like, do you want to be on 150 medications when you're older? I don't. Do you want to be able to chase after your children? I do. You know, like, I just don't want to live this life where I'm like, in my 50s and 60s and I have a heart attack and I'm dead, or I'm like incapable of enjoying my life. You can't dedicate that time frame to yourself, then you actually don't give a shit about yourself, to be blunt. A year goes by so fast. I think about what I did a year ago and I couldn't believe I was living in Los Angeles, and now here I am living in Florida. Like, time happens. So if you can't just take a step back and say to myself, like, hey, I'm gonna take this year ultra seriously for my fitness goal. That's what you gotta do, is you gotta dig deep and ask yourself, like, how bad do I actually wanna feel good? Of my oatmeal, this is a 1/3 cup measured dry. So it's about a 1/2 cup. And then I also have my 3 eggs, my steak, and my coffee. So again, it's a high refeed day, so I'm gonna have like a lot of carbs today, and don't be afraid to eat carbs. The problem is that you guys have all been told carbs make you fat, but it's the wrong carbs, and it's how much carbs that you guys are actually consuming. What you would call carnivore style, and I do a carb cycling. So I do 3 days of no carbs, high fat, and then on my 3rd day, which is typically my run day or my conditioning day or something where I'm doing, or my leg day, something where I'm doing something to really utilize the carbs that I'm intaking, because I go on my regular days, I do anywhere from like 17 to 1800 calories. And then on my big refeed days like today, I'll come out to be like 2,000 calories, anywhere to 22 calories, 22,000, oh my God, 22,000, 2,200, duh, I'd be fat as hell. I'd be like one of those mukbangers. The number on the scale really doesn't matter to me, to be honest with you, and how I feel. I don't feel good at that weight. Do I look good at that weight? Yeah, I do. But do I feel good at that weight? No, I don't. And right now, what I've realized is when I'm training for high rocks, when I'm that heavy and I have that much muscle and I have that much weight to move, it's just unbearable for me. So I really like to make sure that I really like my body at anywhere from 140 pounds to 147 pounds is really where I feel comfortable. From your nutrition to recovery to actually training, like all these things are things that you have to take serious. And like, I gotta be honest, I'm a routine person. I crave routine. And I don't know if that's because I started bodybuilding when I was 16 and you have to have a routine, but like I said, I wake up in the morning, I go do my run, I do my morning routine, I eat the same breakfast every single day, and I don't like veering off. I like being off my routine. I just don't like it. I don't like staying up late. I don't like going out to dinner anymore. I don't like skipping the gym. Like, I have to really like you in order for me to skip the gym. I said that in my last video. Like, I mean, like, I gotta almost be in love with you, but I just can't do it. I just don't enjoy doing things like that anymore. Now that I'm in my 30s, like, I'm just taking better care of myself mentally, emotionally, and physically, and trying to outgrow a lot of trauma in the sense of being a people pleaser and trying to maneuver my days what works best for other people. Like, if there's one piece of advice that I could have in this morning coffee talk, serious about changing your life and becoming an entrepreneur, a successful person, or a weight loss journey, like, you really gotta be selfish and you gotta think about you, and you have to say no to people. You gotta say no to going out. And that's not saying go deprive yourself, but it's like when you have a vision for yourself and you know, like, I'm destined for greatness, I'm destined to lose this 50 pounds, it comes with a lot of no, and it comes with a lot of yes to yourself. I swear, every time I get into my car, I feel like the bag lady. I have my gym bag here. I have my water, because, you know, I'm like a camel. And then I have my pre-gym, my chocolate caramel, muscle eggs that I drink on my way. And then, again, because it's a high carb day, it's a refeed day, we have my little gym snacky snack. That's it, my snack's gonna look like. Again, we're just trying to get this body, ladies and gentlemen. No matter how old you are, I'm 33. I wanna look hot in my 30s. It don't mean shit now. This was the jam. Throw them out. They didn't mean jack. Fuck you, you hoe. I don't want you back. Y'all, I'm at the freaking UPS store trying to get my shit. I just spilled my blueberries everywhere. Is that all my blueberries? Okay, great. That was it. So, do you see this? Who ships box? Who the fuck ships boxes like this? New pair of sneakers. I really gotta stop, but I'm changing up my whole look and my style, so my new color is burgundy. Love Muscle Egg. This has been my favorite brand since I was a kid, and getting signed with them as an athlete was just like a blessing in disguise. Well, I kind of harassed them into making me an athlete, but that's okay. Let's hope for no mishaps this week. Let's hope that that girl doesn't come from 5 rooms in and goes, I'm using all the equipment that you're using. That shit was so funny. I'm sorry. Joey Swole, don't cancel me. A full body conditioning day, which sucks. All right, let's get to the workout, peeps. Let's get it. Can't sit in your car for forever. Oh, I did want to show you guys though. Everybody gets one gym hype up song. Ready? So I want you guys to drop down in your comments, what is your gym hype up song? I'm from New York. And it's funny because New Yorkers make I'm from New York their whole entire identity, and I don't care. All right. This is what I do. I sit in the car. So I'm outside of the club and you think I'm a boss. Yo, I'm dead. Okay, that's it. We're out. All right, so I've officially decided on what I'm gonna do. 40 minutes, as many rounds as possible. So I'm gonna do a half a mile run first. I'm gonna go into 15 push presses. Then I'm gonna go into 12 walking lunges, 12 walking lunges back. Then I'm going to go into a bent over row, hit some rows for 10. Then I'm gonna hit a sled push and then back. I have the women's pro weight on there just because I love to punish myself, which is gonna be 335 pounds. I don't know if I've actually ever done that weight before, but here we are. 8 hanging raises, because Lord knows I can't get my fat ass up there and distribute my body weight properly. Go into a 500-meter row. It is going to be a G unit day. That shit was terrible in every way, shape, and form possible. That shit was tough. It's a lot of lower body power, especially going from the lunges right into the sled. That shit was tough. The fuck I thought I was Usain Bolt doing 0.1 every 10 seconds. Once I got to 7.0, I was like, I'm only 1 minute in. What the fuck am I thinking? I got 7 minutes. I could bang it. I could bang it. No, I can't. I can do it. I just finished my workout. I did 3 rounds. Last round, I didn't do 500 meters on the row. I did 250, and on the run, I did 0.25, so half a mile. I think if I wasn't filming my whole workout today, I would have been able to get the full 3 rounds, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not gonna lie, this shit kicked my ass. So I was sitting at a 205, which I think is pretty good. Ideally, before I compete in high rocks, I want to be able to hit 500 meters under a 2, so like a 159. I want to maintain
but the rower is my worst station because it's right smack in the middle. Good pace. Last time I did high rocks, it was better than my first time. My first time I didn't pace myself. I was just going balls to walls. That's gonna be the end of my workout today.
You ever work out so hard that you feel like you're gonna throw up afterwards? That's me right now. I just had to sit on the gym floor for 10 extra minutes because I'm trying not to throw up in my mouth right now. I don't know if that's TMI or not, but all right. This has been another workout brought to you by me. I did promise you that I was gonna, did I leave my car running? No, okay. I almost just shit myself, I'm not even gonna lie. Anyway, but I did promise you guys I would show you what a high carb day looked like for me. So I'm gonna show you what the remainder of my meals are. I don't know what's up with my hair. I'm looking like a wet sloth, like from Ice Age. You know that guy, Sid the Sloth? That's what I look like right now. I have an unboxing of muscle egg. For all you pumpkin spice latte loving biatches. You don't have this all year round. Thank God. Thank God. Because I am sick of pumpkin spice, pumpkin candles. Y'all probably get pumpkin spice flavored toilet paper to wipe your ass and original liquid egg whites. Because you wanna know why? Eggs are expensive, but not with muscle egg. And if you use my code, you'll save money. I have chocolate caramel. You guessed it, it's your pumpkin spice. You pumpkin spice latte loving pumpkins turn into pumpkins. And then we're gonna keep it old school vanilla. Is a cup, okay? Order. This is the only way to get your protein in. Not really, but it saves you money.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are home from the gym, so I'm very excited about this meal. Very excited about this meal.
We have 6 ounces of ground beef with a half cup. I said it, a half a cup of white rice. Oh my God. It's crazy because it's like, if you're a bodybuilder, you'll understand this moment. If you're just the average person scrolling through, you're probably like, bitch, why are you excited over ground beef and rice? I love refeed days.
One thing I vowed to myself if I was going to go content creation full time this time around, because I've been on YouTube since 2011. Isn't that crazy? I said that I would be my most authentic self this time around. Not that I ever wasn't authentic on the internet. If you know, you know. But you know, really sink into it. Here's me, 7 p.m., Halloween week, in my Halloween pajamas. Glasses on, freshly showered. And now we're gonna eat this last meal. This is my true, authentic self of what I look like behind closed doors. We have our last meal for the evening. I'm gonna cherish every bite of it. We have 6 ounces of chicken thighs, grilled, and then we have some sweet potato, 5 ounces of sweet potato. I just couldn't help myself, you know? And then, am I the only person, just drop in the comments, I could drink coffee at any time of the day, the evening. It doesn't even do anything for me. It's genuinely just because I love the taste of coffee. Bonnie cookie butter. Because if I can't have actual cookies, biscuit cookies, then I might as well drink it. Drinking coffee at 7 p.m. with chicken thighs and sweet potato. I think I'm going to spice this up a little bit and put some cinnamon on it. Do you think cinnamon on chicken thighs is gross? Don't come for me in the comments. I know what y'all are going to say. But this has been a full day of eating with me and training with me for a conditioning day. I've thoroughly enjoyed this, and I hope you did too. So I'm logging out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.